Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Monday, October 21st, 2013. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts. We're going to start off with the S&P 500 E-mini futures. You're going to see that the futures are trading higher by about 1.5 right now, 1.75 to roughly 1738 and a quarter, 1738 level. Decent start to the day. The market's really holding up pretty firm for the most part. We don't see anything really disruptive, at least at the moment, but traders must remember this is earnings season. We have tons and tons of companies that are reporting earnings, and we'll see how they play out. Most notably today, though, when you look at stocks, you want to watch JPMorgan. This is going to be a volatile name for the banking sector. The stock's still roughly around the $54 level this morning, but it looks like the news is out that they're very, very close to settling with the Justice Department for $13 billion. This is going back to really 2008, 2009, when the financial crisis was in full-blown steam. But a $13 billion settlement, so you want to watch this one today. I really think the stock still has a ton of resistance around the $54 level, so it's going to be very, very hard for the stock to move much higher past the current price. But either way, a $13 billion settlement potentially in the cards for JPMorgan. We'll see if that affects the stock price. I think it just kind of keeps the stock from going higher. I don't think the stock's really going to fall all that much. But if it does start to fall, it does look really, really attractive around the 48.50 level. Maybe 47.50, somewhere in that vicinity, for a pretty good long trade. But right now the stock's trading at 54, so it has a while before that happens. But either way, JPMorgan are about to settle for a $13 billion tentative agreement with the Justice Department. That's massive money, but that's what it is. That's what it's coming down to. Another stock in the news today is McDonald's. MCD is the ticker symbol. We'll have some gap levels for this one. I think I've isolated some pretty good gap plays. Right now the stock is getting hit pretty sharply. It closed at $95.50. Today it's trading at $93.50. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a big move for McDonald's. A little bit lower from here, though. We will have some pretty solid gap levels where I think the stock can get a bounce. So keep that on your radar. The gap levels will be posted up in our chat room or trading room at 9 a.m. Anyone want to get in on that, come over to the intraday stock chat, and that'll be posted up there at 9 o'clock in the morning for roughly 25-30 minutes. Next stock I'm looking at this morning is Hasbro. This company reported earnings as well. I think the earnings, for the most part, the numbers sound okay. I don't really care too much about what the numbers are. I only care about how the stock's performing. And you can see the stock caught an initial pop, now settling in around 47.68. So it's kind of middle of the road here. The stock doesn't have a ton of downside. So this was one I would watch for an intraday pattern maybe a little bit later. If it rallied higher, I don't think it goes much past $49. But I don't see this stock breaking below $45.50. So it's kind of in a range. There's not a lot we could do with it right now. But we will watch this one intraday, and it could be a play throughout the morning or the afternoon. So this is a stock that should be on everybody's radar for an intraday play. Here's another name that is making a move, and it's VHF. Oops, let me make sure I got the right symbol here. VF Corp is the name. And the ticker symbol is VFC. So I mistyped the symbol in there. Pretty good pop today. Company's doing a 4-for-1 split. They also increased their dividend. So pretty good move. This is the company that makes those Wrangler jeans. I also think they make the North Face winter gear. So pretty good move, but it's very, very overbought. I would not chase it here at all. If you own it, just sit back, relax, let it play out. But again, they announced a 4-for-1 split and an increase in the dividend. The only thing is that this stock is very, very overbought on the daily chart, so do not chase this one higher. Maybe it got a little bit more upside to go, but it's a very overbought stock on the daily chart. So we'll need to pull back or consolidate. But a pretty good move, and the company is doing a 4-for-1 split with an increase in the dividend. So decent pop there. And those are really the big four that I'm seeing newsworthy. There's a lot of other smaller names. We're going to have some other ones out here moving the markets, some decent gap plays, and a few other equities as well. So you want to come watch for that. They'll be posted up in the chat room at 9 o'clock in the morning. Let's take a look at oil this morning. Oil is trading down a little bit. Oops, I didn't mean to put that one up. Let's go to the USO. But light sweet crude this morning is trading down below $100. First time in a long time that we've seen this. Light sweet crude actually trading at $99.89, down $1.22 today. So USO is trading right around that $36 level. Definitely a little weakness, but every day we see oil trickling just a little bit lower, then it gets a pop. So I'm not sure how much downside we have left from here, but either way, it is down before the opening bell. And we have been short here in the money stocks. We've been short oil, so you never know. We may be able to take a little bit of profit off the table today, but either way, the stock is trading down a little bit at the moment. I should say the USO is. Looking at gold this morning, gold is trading higher by 70 cents to $13.15 an ounce. Nothing terrible there for gold. It's kind of flat though, but you can see here trading really right around 126.92, just below the 127 level. Gold had a great pop, and an amazing pop on the 17th of October, and it looks to just be consolidating those gains that were made last week on that one-day pop. So nothing terrible here for the GLD, nothing terrible for spot gold. Right now it's holding up pretty well, and gold is hanging in there. I don't want to make too much out of it. It's only up 70 cents an ounce. Can't say that it's roaring and soaring, but nonetheless it is positive before the opening bell. Just looking over the markets real quickly before we move on. It looks like the European markets this morning, for the most part, are somewhat a little bit mixed. You do have the German DAX down a little bit, the FTSE 100's up a little bit, French CAC 40's down about 0.3%. I can't make too much out of the market. I don't want to overanalyze or anything like that. We'll just see how this market plays out. Again, futures are open. Futures are higher by 1.5 points, and we'll just see what this market tells us once the opening bell rings. But earnings are really the focus, and that's what traders want to take advantage of, especially if you're a day trader or a scalp trader. First couple of hours have been very good lately, and that's what we want to do each and every day, capitalize on what the market gives us. With that said, everybody, I want to wish you all a great trading day, and I'll see you on the charts.